Fortunately, the largest, and I don't think we have anybody here that's over 250. I don't believe in our members, but fortunately, that's 2 years to plus. So, all right. I'm going to switch gears to some more great, happy news, and I'm saying that a little bit sarcastically. The third item there on our list here has to do with this optional, and I'm going to put that in quotes, this monthly flood insurance payment. So, beginning December 31st, just a month and a half away here, basically consumers can pay for flood insurance. They purchase it through the NFIP, the National Flood Insurance Program, on a monthly basis, not an annual basis. Now, first thing I want to give here is you're not required to do this if you're escrowing already. So if you're escrowing, it's already been taken care of. They're paying monthly already. But if somebody is not escrowing and you have flood zone and flood insurance requirements, then you have to allow them to pay it monthly. Now you might go, what's the big deal there? Think about your monitoring where you're making sure that people extend and if they don't, you force place, right? That's a one time per year per customer that you have to monitor that. Now it's monthly. So it just increased your burden in a sense of monitoring 11-fold is how I see this. So that's the problem with this, I said. Now, this is my opinion, our opinion. I think we've talked about this a little bit as a team, but could you refuse to let somebody purchase flood insurance monthly? I mean, just because it's an option doesn't mean we have to do it, right? I think it's not a no, it's a strong no. And I'm going to back this up. There was, let me back up a little more. You probably have heard me say before, you can't take people's rights away from them. Jared talked about 1033. It's a right that they have. So this is something that was written into the 2012 Biggert Waters Act. It was also written into the Homeowner Flood Insurance Affordability Act in 2014. And Congress came back just recently and said, hey, this has got to go. I mean, here's something that we haven't done. And so now it's in there and it becomes a right. And again, for these consumers to have this. So again, consumers, not escrowing. Now, I don't think it's a stretch to say if you're not allowing this, it could be a UDAP issue. And here's why. I'm going to read you just 4 quotes out of the Federal Register. There's a link to it in there in your materials in your outline. But here's one. The rulemaking, in addition to fulfilling a statutory mandate, will also reduce barriers to purchasing flood insurance. So they reference that it's a statutory mandate. Another one says providing an option for monthly installments will expand access to flood insurance to meet the evolving needs of the nation. Somebody's sing the battle of hymn of public behind me here because we're talking about the nation, and the good. And then some consumers may lack the financial ability to pay the entire premium at one time. Boy, you're not giving them that right. You're, poor people, and you're beating them up and not giving them. And then this one, I definitely want to say, God bless America in the background. If you have that, roll that music, please. In contrast, policyholders who make more frequent flood insurance payments will have an ongoing reminder that they're protected against flood and may be more aware of flood alerts, news about flooding, and more accurately perceive their risk. At the time of renewal, the ability to pay in installments may support a decision to retain flood insurance. So they baked all this in there, basically saying it's like the American thing to do, and how dare you not? And so I don't think it's an option, is what I'm getting at.